Okay. So you could pick back up where you were.
Yeah, we was at 202, 201 Uptown, one of the high schools there, and Biz invited us out to this battle, and we was like, okay, we'll go. We'll check out what's going on because he was always honest about.
Tell me who went with you.
It was Rakim, myself, my man Scully, my man Mike Mitchell, and Biz met us out there. So we when we got in, it was a different perspective of a party because Uptown parties, their parties, I won't say liver than ours, but it's a different feel. So we was all in there, and we chilling, and everything. Dougie Fresh goes in there, and you got Rob Bass in there before he made records, and he had all the Uptown cats that was that was live, Eminem, Kid West. So these cats we heard about, but we never seen. So we was like just playing in the cut. So we noticed that it was like some animosity between like I would say animosity, but it was like tension because anytime Biz would come into he wants to take it over. So but this time he was just chilling. So we was like, okay, all right. What's going on here? We didn't realize at the time that Rod actually realized that Dougie was here, Biz was here. So it's competition there. So all of a sudden, it was Biz's turn to get on, and Dougie Fresh started basically dissing Biz on the mic, and we was like, word. Is this some Biz? Nah, that's our man. Listen, we gonna do this. We gonna do this. So Rod's sitting there in the cut like just perusing everything, just building up, and he like, yo, B, get that impeach the president ready. Get that impeach the president ready. It's like, all right, okay. So I get up there and Barry B just shoves the headphones in my chest, kind of like, and I'm like, whoa, for real? Okay, now I'm hot now. I'm ready to cut it up on somebody, getting ready to slice somebody up. So, Rob was like on some, let's go. He jumps up on the table, on a small little table, and he goes, he says one of his intros. Is that the bass? Come on, Super B, let's dog the pace. So yes, sure. Boom, I throw that record in. And when all of a sudden, he did the 7 MCs in a line rhyme. And everybody was just stuck on stupid. It was just like, everybody was like, yo, who is this dude? Who is this dude that just came here in Uptown and shook everybody up? Not only shook everybody up, he had everybody's girls. Look at him like, yo, who is this dude? He's kind of, ooh. See, when Rod said a lyric on you, he would make you think. You know what I'm saying? Think about how I get some dead presidents. You might not, in your mind, a lot of people probably even know what the hell he said at that moment until you thought about it, retracted, said, what the hell he said? He was the first MC, for me, other than Grandmaster Caz, to say, what the hell did he just say? Because it was so intricate. Everything was like, boom, and it made sense. And he was just, he was cracking he put everybody on notice. And they didn't know who we were. He just put everybody on notice. Like, you know what? If you diss my man, you got to diss me. If you diss, you know what I mean? And it's not happening. So it's just like, he was just, that's the dude you wanted to fight. If you getting ready to fight somebody, he ain't running. He's not running. He gonna punch you right in your neck. You know what I mean? And you're gonna keep it moving. Vicious.
So what did Rod tell you? You told me he said to you, that's when he really knew he was nice.
We had got in a conversation a few years back, and he was like, yo, Biz is my man because he's the one that got us out, and that was the first time I thought I realized I was really good. I had it, and that the same for me. Like I knew that I could cut with everybody else when I left that room because when we got up on that stage, it was just me and him.
And hold on, the funny thing is, how did Barry B give you the headphones?
He shoved it in my.
Let me ask you that question again, cause my. So, where did you guys feel like you was on the totem pole at? Because at that time you had Jodeci, Mary J. Blige, Father MC. I think I'll Be Sure, right?
I'll be sure, yes.
And Heavy D.
Right.
So where did Groove Be Chill fit in at that point? And did they have music out at that time? All those groups.
That's a very good question because when we first started with Uptown, we was the last group to get signed when Nate brought the demo to Andre, and he said, "Where they at?" And we was signed. We was working one day, and the next day we were signed to a record label. But to answer that, we was last on the totem pole coming in at first. But one thing about my group, we're very competitive. So we knew that we had to make an impact immediately because they was already there already. Finesse and Quest was already there. Brothers Black was already there. Heavy D was already there. So they was, and Marley was Marley at the time. So we didn't have no time to come in and solve. So we made our first impact when we did Uptown's Kicking It. Because we knew when we heard that song, we had to take it over. It was no ifs, ands, and buts. What we had to do, that's what we had to do. So they took it over. Groove and Chill took it over with their sound, with the Vanessa and the homeboy Pose. Y'all want to see Groove Be Chill, and I took it over with these because when I came into the studio and Marley Marl couldn't get the cuts on the record, and Andre challenged me. He's like, "Yo, you're supposed to be this. You're supposed to be that. Hey, I'm wasting money, baby. Let's get this." Then I told Chill, I said, "Yo, in my mind, I didn't want to show up Marley Marl because Marley Marl was Marley Marl to me. That was my Marley Marl. So he's looking at me like, you ain't gonna be able to do him." So I said, "You know what? Run the tape. Pull out one record. Did those cuts in about 15 minutes." That's when Andre knew we were serious. He knew we were serious because that's the way we attacked it. Now, down the road, after we did House Party, it's the same situation. We knew we had to take it over. He didn't know we was going to do a movie. You know what I'm saying? We took that situation under our belt and made it work. Told our stories about Wine Dance Long Island and made it work. So once he saw the movie, I'm sitting next to him and he's like, "Oh, y'all really in this movie? Chill, that's you? Groove, that big? Oh, we can really make money, baby." Now we number one at the office. Everybody that was over us now don't drop down a notch because we in the motion picture. You understand? So when we finally came in Puffy's office, and he, at the time, he went from handing out coffee and potato chips to A&R, and he's sitting there, we looking on the board, we like, right under Heavy D. You know what I'm saying? Heavy, us, I'll Be Sure, Father MC. Jodeci was the last on the totem pole, and Mary J. Blige was barely on the board because he had just, so for me, looking at that, I was like, wow. Because that inner circle, now we number two. You know what I'm saying? And it made me feel good, actually.
So how important was it for you guys to be signed to Uptown Records? Think about that.
Well, in the beginning, it was we didn't even think about it like that because Uptown hadn't made a hit. And when Heavy hit, it was a lot of I would say I won't say jealousy, but just like we was going after groups and trying to make our mark. Andre was trying to do the same thing with us, make his mark. So with Russell, with Coach Chillin, everybody was jockeying for position to say I had the best, I got the best, and it was already out already. So what Andre did was he had to step over them, and he used that our talent to step over them. They didn't think Uptown was gonna do anything. They thought we was just. I know, in their locker room talk, oh Uptown, oh yeah, yeah. Until we started making real hits, then it was like we started changing the radio, and people, thousands of people starting to come to see Jodeci and Heavy D and Marriott, and Puffy is this hot new guy, and we on a movie, and Andre doing Strictly Business. That's when we start stepping over people, and it felt really good to step over some of those guys because to get that respect. That's all what hip hop is get that respect.
So, what happened with Groovy Chill? Because at some point, Chill went and did acting.
Well, I gotta say this with that. We had a code that if one make it, all make it. All of us make it. To me, Chill was trying to get into another area so we can slide in that area. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if with me, in my heart, I'm still Groovy Chill. No matter what I do, I still carry that on my shoulder. The same way I carry Wine Dance on my shoulder. So Chill wanted to have another avenue, to because at the time we had basically lost the deal through some bad decisions, and we had to figure out, okay, what you going to do
With who?
with Uptown.
How did that
With Uptown A&M Records, not so much with Uptown.
So how did you lose the deal?
Well, our deal was set up through Andre Harrell, and when we did House Party, we didn't have no deals on the table. And when we did House Party, we had about 5 or 6 of them. So we picked A&M Records. And what happened was at the time, A&M, we was actually the first hip hop group ever to be on A&M Records, ever. And that deal had consisted of us being with Uptown. On the records, it says Uptown A&M. He was trying to shift another situation at a record label to stamp Uptown Records on it. So what happened was there was a lot of infighting with that because DJ Eddie F came in the picture, and in my sense, I was like, yo, you know what, DJ Eddie F, to all no disrespect, didn't do our demos. Nate did our demos. Nobody didn't want our stuff before, so no, you can't get half. So we wasted a whole year missing our deadline for House Party, arguing back and forth for the the rights over this deal. So what happened was A&M just gave us the deal. They said, you know what, forget all that. Groovy Chill, we're giving y'all a whole production deal. And for us, in our mind, we didn't know what a production deal really was. But we could have put out groups too. But through all of that, we, doing our album it was crazy because we were on another level now. It's like, we are in charge over the money. We over in charge of our studio time. We in charge of everything. We was a type of group that was a self-contained group. We did everything on our own. Nobody found House Party. Andre gave us the avenue to find it, but we the ones that brought it to life. We the ones shot that movie. So the deal basically crumbled when we said that we didn't want to be with Uptown no more, which was a very big mistake because I know if you leave the person that got you the deal, that deal is going to end immediately, and that's exactly
so
what
whose
happened.
decision was to leave Uptown?
Groove and Dow, they wanted to do something else. They felt that, basically, listen to some other guys from another clique of management, and they wanted to, oh yeah, we could do this, or we could do that. Oh, y'all don't need them. But I knew in my mind that we left Andre, and Andre didn't want us to leave because I can remember being George Harrell coming to us and saying, yo, Andre really don't want to let y'all go. Y'all are his last group next to Heavy. That's from the original. And I'm like, yo, I didn't want to. Yeah, I mean, if I had to do it all over, I would have held that up because I was 33 and a third. If I knew what I knew now, I would have said, you know what? I ain't signing that piece of paper unless Andre gonna give me a job after I sign it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like one of those group things, and it was. I think we didn't really think it over as a group, and say, we do this. This is what's going to happen. I think they didn't think that was going to happen, and at that time, I think the disappointment of the album, not for the record label, because we had a 2-album deal guaranteed. We could came out with the next one the following week if we had it done. But I think the disappointment of it, crushed the whole group in the sense of like, what, they didn't really care whether we left Uptown. But in my mind, I could tell you, I did not want to leave Uptown because I saw where they was in my mind. I saw what they was doing. They already had Jodeci. They already had Mary J. Blige popping. So Andre definitely didn't want us to go.